Good morning, guys. I just wanted to show you that I know I showed a video, but this morning I got up and steamed it, and I'm trying to relax this little curl at the bottom a little bit. But overall, it's completely. When I showed it to you before, I hadn't woven in the ends. The ends are woven in, and this is completely done. And let me see if I can try it on for you one more time. Sorry for all the junk in the background that you see. But anyway, that's it. It is perfect. And now all woven in. So I'm excited to wear this. But not yet, because the weather is confused in SoCal, and it still thinks that it is summertime. All right, bye guys. Good morning, guys, and I'm just going to continue on with this Vlogtober day 25, and I'm just holding it on right now because I had it on, but it is too hot outside to actually wear something like this yet. So anyway, I can't wait. I looked at the weather, and it looks like at some point next week it's gonna drop back down into the 70s, and that means in the mornings it'll be like in the 50s, and you know, maybe I can sport this one day in the next few weeks. So anyway, just wanted to put it on real quick one last time for you guys, because I did weave in all the ends on it, and it's all ready for wearing. And I steamed it to relax it out a little bit, which I think worked. Not sure, but that's that for that. Now I'm gonna show you guys my progress on this one. No, I can't. Oh, here's my hook. So again, this is the Bag a Day crystal, and I took a picture with this kind of on last night so you could see. I mean, it's definitely landing right there at about here on my arm, and I still have this much yarn left to this ball, so I think once I get the fourth ball, it'll be a nice length on me, and I'll be happy with it. But it's coming along as well. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving the way that everything is coming out on that. Okay, so worked on that, and finally I'm going to show you what's in this bag. I worked a little bit on this Lucia the Sugar Skull doll, and I have the two feet, two arms, I'm sorry, and then I started working on her foot, her legs, but it was time to stripe in the white, and I'm really trying to master the jogless stripe. So I was watching tutorials, trying to do it at work, and I was trying to do it on my break, but my boss was there, and you know, I think people make all the wrong assumptions. Even though we're hourly employees, we are union, and we're supposed to get a 2 15-minute breaks, and I hardly ever take mine. But lately I've been trying to take it. So I was trying to work on that striping, and then he came in, and I was just like, I know how people are. He's a good guy, but I know how people are, and they, you know, I don't want anybody to say that, you know, I was just sitting at my desk crocheting and not working, even though it was my break time, and I had a timer up on my monitor. Is what I do is I get a timer from Google, set it for 15 minutes, and blow it up on my monitor so people would notice that yes, Kim is taking a break. But other people put post-its and notes, and you don't always want to get up and go, right? Anyway, those are my projects for today. We got 6 more days to Vlogtober. I am actually off on the 31st, which I'm excited about because my son has a school. They have a Halloween parade every year, and every year I stress myself out trying to go to work and run there, see the thing, and go back to work. And I decided that this year that's for the birds, and so I just asked for the day off. So I'm gonna be off, and yeah, go from there. So I will be able to get a lot of sewing done because the parade is early in the morning, and I'm very excited to be able to come home, sit by myself, have the TV on, watch Hallmark all day. Which, by the way, let's talk about Hallmark for a minute. The 2019 countdown to Christmas actually starts tonight. I mean, they used to wait until after Halloween, but these last several years, it's generally going to be the last Friday in the month of October when they start. And they actually started on the 18th on one of the other channels that they have. But the first original movies will start tonight. Now, the whole summer long, I mean, actually all year long, they've been showing Christmas movies, but because it's their 10th anniversary of the countdown to Christmas, which I've probably been watching it for 10 years because I love those fluffy movies, and I love that Hallmark is also making more of an effort to diversify and represent everybody. So you're seeing more cultures represented in the movies, and that's real cool. So yeah, so anyway, that's that for that. And got some exciting news yesterday. I got you guys remember the ski mask that I made? Well, the artist texted me yesterday, and he said, you know, I need your last name because I want to put your name in the credits on the video. Wow, that to me is just amazing. I don't even know. It could be a YouTube video. I don't care. I just said yes. I gave him my last name, and I asked him if, you know, he would let me know where I can watch the video when it's ready. And he said he would send me a link when it's ready. So I'm very excited about that. And I just feel like so many things are opening up right now in the crafting world. And yeah, I had an epiphany yesterday, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. All right, story time. So when I was in college, I got on this science and math track when I was in high school. I was a very good student overall, really good at math, really good at pretty much math. Science I was good at, but math I was very, very good at. I was an overall great student, period. But I was always looking for extracurricular things to do academically, and I wasn't sports minded at all. So I found a program at the Illinois Institute of Technology. Remember, I grew up in Chicago, and they had a program where they supported kids. I don't know if it was a minority kid situation. I don't think about the people that were in it. I think it may or may not have been a minority. They were supporting just underrepresented people in the math and science arena. So I didn't have any idea what I wanted to do. I think I was like a sophomore in high school or something like that, maybe a junior. And I went to this session on a Saturday morning, early in the morning. I had to catch the train, get down there. And when we got there, we all met in a big room, and then they said, if you are interested, after they gave their introductory talks, they said if you're interested in let's see. If you're interested in being, if you're interested in medicine, go to room A. If you guys are more interested in engineering, go to room B. And so for me, I knew that I did not want to be a doctor. I know what I wanted to be, but I for sure did not have any aspirations to be a doctor. And I don't know why. I think maybe in my brain I was like, as much as I love school, I didn't want to go to that much more school. I wanted to just get ready, get myself together, and start being able to take care of myself. I think that's what I was thinking. Anyway, let me try not to make this long story longer. I went into room B for engineering, and from that point on, I was on an engineering track. I went to college. I picked electrical engineering as my major, and I went to a fairly prestigious college. I didn't know it at the time. I graduated from Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois. I had no clue about the reputation of the school really until after I graduated. I just applied, I got in, I went. And that's a whole nother story. Talk about that another time, because I really didn't even, I applied at the last minute. Anyway, I was an engineering major. It was very, very difficult. And I remember there was a point, I believe it was my junior year or the end of my sophomore year, where I said, okay, give it your all. Give it everything you got. Put every effort you have into this. And if you still are not successful, because I was used to being mostly A, some B students, and that was not happening at Northwestern. I was struggling. And I mean, the truth is I just wasn't prepped. And the truth is that it depends. The school you go to depends or heavily impacts. Your high school is going to heavily impact how you perform in college. And if you go to a high school that's calling you higher academically all the time, you're more prepped for college. I was not in that type of a situation until my senior year. And so what I was doing for 3 years was easy as pie. My senior year, it would have been tougher had I been there for 4 years, but they were easy on me because I had gotten there, just there for 1 more year. Anyway, bottom line is I was not prepared, and I really had a hard time in college. I did graduate. I got out in 4 years. Absolutely fantastic. With prayers, blood, sweat, and tears, I got out. But I remember in my junior year, I tried to just do everything I could to be successful as an engineering student. And I was doing great. You know, I was taking classes. I was like, oh, that was it. I just wasn't applying myself. Now that I'm applying myself, I'm doing fantastic. I even understand it enough to help other people. And I remember a specific mechanical engineering class, and I thought to myself, maybe this is what I should change to, because I seem to understand this better than any of the other engineering classes that I'm taking. So I was doing fabulous. I was doing the projects. I was doing the homework. I was understanding. And then came the quiz. And I bombed the first quiz. And that still didn't stop me. I was like, okay, well, just got to work harder. So I kept at it. Took the quiz, just knew that I had done okay. You know, that I got this. I got the paper back. And once again, I bombed. And not only did I bomb, but as the professor was handing me my paper back, he held on to it, stood there in front of the whole class, and looked at me and said, "Did you study?" And I was so mortified and embarrassed that I just looked at him and said, "What?" And I just took my paper and sat down and tried to hold myself together. I was like 19, 20 years old, and tried to keep from crying in front of all of these kids. Now, picture this. I am clearly African American. There were not a lot of us at Northwestern, so I was in a situation where I'm not like most of these people in this room, and then he's going to embarrass me, and he's not like me. He's definitely not a minority, and he's embarrassing me in front of all of these other kids. And, you know, it's already hard. It's already hard to be the only person in the room that looks like you, to be honest. It's not hard for me anymore because I'm 53 years old, but and I live in a diverse community, and I am around all kinds of people now, and I'm usually not the only person that looks like me in the room. But then as a young person, it was my college experience was the first time I had ever really experienced that. So anyway, I got out, I held it together, left class, and headed back to my room. But I walked down a back road, a back street, so that, because I knew I was just gonna cry the whole way. And at that point, I just decided that, okay, I've done everything I can to be successful as an engineering student, and it's not working out. So I took it as a sign from God that I needed to change. All right, I said all that to say, and I did. I changed my major. That's probably why I absolutely did graduate in 4 years. I think if I had hung in there and tried with engineering, I may not have made it out in 4 years. Anyway, I changed my major, got out, and then tried to figure out my life. I'm still trying to do that. Anyway, all that to say is that I realized yesterday that I am having the same experience now. I have been trying my best to advance in my current situation. And I get close and then pulled out from under me. But in the crafting arena, doors are flying open right now, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm not sure all that God is doing with it, but I'm just excited to be on this part of my journey. So many cool things coming up, and I'm just excited. So I guess the moral of the story is, my husband told me last night, he quoted somebody, just do what you love, you know, do what you love, and doors will fly open. The Lord will bless it. I have no idea. I mean, it's not something I could have planned. Some of the things that are happening coming out of left field. There was no ladder to climb for this. So I'm just excited that I'm at this point. I mean, obviously, you know, I work. I need to work. I need my health benefits. I need my paycheck. We need it. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I get a chance to have a job that pays me halfway decent. It could be more for sure. But anyway, but I'm also excited that the crafty arena is kind of opening up right now. So anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to share. And this was long. I don't even know. I may not even upload this. But anyway, if you see this, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my story. And I will talk back to you guys tomorrow in the next video for Vlogtober day 26. And that's a wrap.